Hi friends, and welcome to the program. We've got a brand new adventure coming your way today, a place we've never been before. We're actually going all the way up to Sioux Lookout, Ontario, where pro staffer Nick Lilly and I are going to spend a couple of days fishing for northerns and muskellunge. We're going up to fish with Alan and Audrey Brandy at their Fireside Lodge. Now, this is a drive-in camp, but they have the only commercial operation on the lake. It's a huge body of water. They also have several portage opportunities available, some downstream, some overland. Either way, Nick and I are going to go there to try and hook up some big-time pike and maybe, if we're lucky, a couple of muskellunge. Hey, I'm your host, Kyle Randall. This is my Wilderness Journal, and we're headed for Sioux Lookout, Ontario right now. Nick and I made the long drive up through Michigan and across the UP, out and up through International Falls, and rolled into Fireside Lodge in Sioux Lookout. There they are right there.
Hi.
Hi. You're obviously Audrey.
I am.
And you're obviously Alan. I'm
Correct.
Kyle Randall.
Yes.
Thanks
Welcome.
for inviting us on short notice.
Welcome to Fireside Lodge.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Great to have you here.
Well, hey,
looking forward to
how's the
seeing
fishing?
you. Excellent.
Good, that's what I want to hear. Let's get inside here. The lodge was everything you'd expect a Canadian fish camp to be, and our lodging was absolutely first rate. But just like everybody else, all we really wanted to do was get on the water and go fishing. It was calm that first morning, but they were forecasting really high winds, and I knew as soon as we got out of the shelter of this bay and out onto the main lake, casting those outsized pike and muskie lures in that wind was going to be a real chore. Ready to fish?
Absolutely, let's go.
Look at the hair. See the hair?
Oh yeah.
It's a little windy today, so it's a good day to fish reefs and things like that for big fish. Target some bigger fish today. See if we can't get something.
Oh, so you want to just catch big fish?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, give us a minute. We'll talk it over.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all in.
I thought that might be.
Yeah, we're ready. After we agreed that it would be all right to go ahead and fish for big fish, Alan shot us out across the lake. He was trying to pick spots that would be somewhat sheltered from that wind and still give us a good chance to hook up some pike or maybe a muskie. Alan says there's a big muskie in the mouth of this creek right here. And as we fished through the morning, that was proving to be more and more challenging. It seemed the spots that were out of the wind didn't hold many fish. They were all out on the front side waiting for the waves and the chop to bring them bait. You know, that's the way it usually works. Still, when you've got as much wind as we were fishing that day, it made it almost impossible to keep the boat out there and get a cast anywhere near where you wanted it to go. After working over several spots that looked like they should have held fish without much success, it became obvious we were going to have to make a decision. Either we were going to fish out of the wind and struggle, or we were going to move out into the wind and try our luck. Well, you know me. Of course we moved. Oh, there's a fish, buddy. First one. Doesn't feel real big, but oh, that's not bad. Nice little pike, maybe a 24, 25-inch fish right there. What do you think? Yeah, that's a good start.
It's actually a pretty good fish.
Nice and big, like you said, they're pretty chunky here. You must have a pretty good food base for them.
We are. We had Cisco's and whitefish, which really help.
He's burping up bait, so they must be feeding, bud.
Yep.
Look here, he's burping up minnows.
Oh,
I don't
there
know
it
if
is.
Cisco or
Exactly.
shad, what that is.
There it is, hanging right out of his
Yep,
mouth.
they
You're
are
absolutely
definitely
right.
feeding.
Yep, exactly. And it's nice little pike there. It's
Yeah, it's a
probably
good start.
about somewhere around 30 inches or so.
All right, go ahead and dump him back in there. All right. I think he's ready. What do you think?
There we go. It was.
Thank you for all the help, boss.
Good.
Usually I have to do that myself.
That's called sliming.
Thanks, buddy. Well, there's a start.
Way to go.
All right. You see that, Nick? Do that.
I don't know.
Think the wind might blow?
They said it was going to kick up to 40 clicks. And
Might be a little breeze today.
They're
huh?
right. They're right. It's probably more than that right now. It's all right. We'll find some place to fish.
Obviously, moving out in the wind was the answer. Still, I have to apologize for the bouncing up and down of the waves and the background wind noise. You have to decide, though, and I'm telling you, it doesn't matter where you go. If you're going to fish on a windy day, you better be fishing in front of where the wind's driving the bait up on the shoreline and the reefs if you want to catch any.
Oh, there's a hit. Oh, that don't feel very big, but it's fish. Well, he's got a little spunk to him. I'm sure it's not very large, but... Oh, hey, a little muskie right there. There's a tiger muskie right there. See the stripes on that? You know what? We're going to try and release this one right in the water, Al. I think I can get this, not even pick him out of the water. You ready? I think if he'd flossed a little more, he wouldn't have had to come to the dentist. That's what I think. Brush twice a day, boys and girls.
Things were definitely starting to look up. We were having the same trouble like we anticipated, keeping the boat in the right spot and making an accurate cast, but the bottom line was we were getting bit a whole lot more fishing out here in the wind. Friends, sometimes you just have to play the hand you're dealt.
Better fish. A little more attitudinal fish. Oh yeah, Nick. Oh yeah. That's much better. That's 2 inches longer than the last one.
It's gotta be.
Actually, that is a little better. Oh, and that, friends, is catch and release.
I didn't get slimy or nothing.
Nice. That was a better fish.
It was, definitely.
Cool.
Throwing big pike baits in 25-mile-an-hour plus winds is a tough ticket. Still, we were getting it done, no quitting our outfit. You always hear me say that. We were actually catching quite a few nice fish, nothing huge but good fish, and that evening we caught even more.
Stay on there now, stay on there. Cutting through the weeds, I can feel them. Oh, don't tell me. Dang! Darn. He got away. That's a good one. Shoot. I'm going to go over here and talk to the wind for a minute. I'll be back.
That first day was tough, but I gotta tell you, we stuck it out and we caught numbers of nice fish. And I tell guys all the time, it doesn't matter whether it's raining or windy or cold or hot. You only have so many days in camp. I just can't bring myself to waste one. Look at it this way. If you're out there, even when the conditions are bad, there's just that many less guys out there competing for the same spots and the same fish. Either way, friends, I gotta admit, I was pretty happy to see it calm and clear the next morning. Hopefully the second day would be a little less difficult. Some of the other fishermen were already out and working by the time we left the dock. But fortunately, it didn't take Al long to motor us out and find us a spot to try. Compared to yesterday, fishing today would be a pleasure. When you're throwing these big baits, like I said, they're tough to control in the wind. And when you're fishing them as a twitch bait, a stop-and-go motion, you need that extra control in order to get bit and to pick up on the bite. There's a lot of gliding of the bait that goes on. The line isn't always tight. So being able to watch your line in the water is... yeah.
I might be able to...
$30.5? That ain't bad.
Yeah.
Good fish.
30.5.
Take that, right?
Yes. Look at that golden.
Yeah, it's pretty, isn't
See
it?
how golden that is.
A 30-plus incher is a pretty good way to start your day, and after cutting him loose, we fired it up and motored on to the next spot. We were just going to skip along today, trying some of the outer edge reefs and weed beds.
I thought you were lurching up here to get the camera.
Of course not. Why would I do that?
And after understanding the division of labor that was going on in the boat, we got back to fishing. It was the same pattern, twitch bait fishing, some crank baits, but for the most part we were throwing baits and using tactics designed to catch bigger fish.
Oh, fish. Eat it.
That second morning, we were not only catching more fish, we were getting more follows. Fish coming up behind the bait and taking a look. This happens a lot when you're fishing big pike and muskellunge. They'll come in behind your bait, stare at it, and then suddenly just sort of melt away. Fortunately, if you keep working your bait even close to the boat, sometimes...
Look at that. Fish on, right at the boat.
What a great hit. Jeez.
There. A little nicer fish, just a starter kit really, but he was awful obliging coming to the back of the boat like that.
He sure was, yeah. And we're just having fun here right now. We're just waiting for the big ones to come.
That's a lot more fun than not fishing.
Exactly. You're absolutely right, yeah.
There appeared to be fish all along the front edge of this weed bed, so we decided to stay and give it a few more casts. Sometimes you can overwork an area and it comes to little or nothing, but sometimes one or two last casts can...
Oh, there's one.
Can be a good idea.
Oh, yeah. This is another... Yeah,
Ooh, he thinks you're pretty.
he said, holy smokes, look at that guy. What are they thinking? That's a pike.
He's done.
All right, come here, fishy. I mean, this ain't a great fish, but it's a good fish.
I think it's a good fish. I'll take
It's the best one. I think four
take
more
a
of these.
half dozen of those. Yeah.
There. That's what you had on your brochure right there.
That's right, exactly.
What do you give that? I was probably 34.
I'd say 34.
That's
what we're
a
probably
nice,
looking at.
probably 8 or 9 pound fish.
We'll measure it up to make sure.
Nice chunky pike, real hefty, like you said.
And you saw him chasing bait fish against that island there.
Right. Every once in a while, you call your shot, and then you get a fish make you look good. You gotta like that.
You called it. Yeah,
Well,
that's perfect.
you gotta love a fish and make you look good.
Exactly.
We'll go ahead and get a quick measure on him, and then we're gonna put him back. But hopefully, this is the start of something bigger, eh?
That's right, exactly.
I'll stick the tape on there. All right. Well, the tail of the tape says 32.5, but you know what? I'll take him. That's a dandy. We're gonna put him back right now. Right here. There. That's kind of what we come for.
Well, we feel a little better, don't we?
Yeah. It's always feel, fishing is that age-old jerk on one end of the line hoping for a jerk on the other. and I don't know about you, Al, but I still kind of like it.
Yeah, you feel like a better jerk when you get that.
Well, that's right.
When you get the bigger jerk on.
Well, yeah, and the most important thing of the whole trip just happened.
Exactly.
I now have a better fish than
Way to go.
my man Nick.
I'm working over here.
By noon the second day, things were obviously going a lot better. The fish were biting, and Nick was even working, sort of. And despite his working, it was actually Al that hooked the next one.
Feels like a better one. Staying down.
Acts like a better one. Put it in that auto reeler you got running on the back of the boat there. It's going to make a short work of it.
Get ready.
Oh yeah, that's a 30-something.
In that side of the
In the net.
He's out already.
Yep, he's off.
That's good. Now nobody can call me a liar.
Oh, I don't think they was going to call you a liar. No. Okay.
Great fish.
That's a dandy.
That's a good one.
That's what's on the brochure right there.
That sure is. People come to Canada for.
That's all right, man. They're starting to. The bigger fish are starting to hit.
That's right. This one hit hard, and it's a really great feeling.
Yeah, it's nice when the big chunky ones whack it.
That's right. We worked pretty hard for that one. They're like crazy.
What's that?
You rub their belly and they just seem to want to fly like that. I'm not sure what it is about them.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yes, Nick informed me later that was a little too much information. Fortunately, that discussion was interrupted 2 casts later by Al setting the hooks on another dandy pike.
It's a real good fish.
Is it?
Yeah,
Good.
it's a hefty.
Good. Had to be here somewhere, right? Oh, yeah. There's another real dandy. Look at that.
I think he is done.
Maybe
He's had a lot of energy.
Or maybe not.
He had a lot of energy on him.
Yeah, that's good. There you go. Just lay it, cup it, and lay it. Yep, just like that. Nice fish, bud. Nice job, Mr. Nick.
Thank you.
There you are.
Great fish.
Another dandy. The fishing is picking up, Al.
It's really good, and it's always great to catch these nice chunky pike
ones, yeah.
like this.
We might have throw that one
great
back.
Feel. We're going to do it right away here. He's had quite a fight.
Yeah. We were definitely on to something. Working the front edge of the reefs and the weed beds was definitely producing fish. It was the same place they would have been holding yesterday. We just couldn't keep the boat and the casts in front of them. It was so good today, though, that even Nick was
What is it,
ready.
Nick? You got a fish?
It's a fish.
You got a fish. Nick's got a fish, Al.
It is a fish. It's not a bad fish neither, buddy. That's pretty near 30-inch fish. All right, you think you're ready to put him in the net?
Yep. There we go.
Nice job. You're coming around, man.
There we go.
That's a pretty good sized fish, bud. That's pretty chunky. He's not real long, but he's got good fat on him.
Oh, yeah.
Nice fish.
Thank you.
The fish were definitely in the weeds, and they were definitely on the bite, too. Oh, there it goes. No, he's still on there. I thought he was off, but he's still there. You know what's going to happen when I take that grass off his face, you know, right? Yeah. He's not quite finished, no. Come here, big boy. Oh, I'm here to tell you. He's got some stump now. Ain't no quitting this outfit neither. Get that hook up for you. Right there.
Got it.
As the sun sets on our second day is a pretty nice little pike. I tell you, it's probably no more than, it's probably going to hit right at that 30-inch mark. Certainly not the biggest fish we caught today by any stretch.
Look at the body.
But it's a dandy, thick, heavy fish, and he put up a fight. I tell you what, I've caught bigger fish that didn't fight near that well. And if we don't catch a single one more, Al, I truly want to thank you and Audrey on behalf of Nick and I. We have had a great time, man. This is really nice. Fireside Lodge. If you want something different, it's a drive-in lodge that you can actually go and catch some big-time pike. We've caught some muskie. We haven't seen that big muskie yet, but we're going to let Nick work on that tomorrow. Either way, if you're into pike fishing, huge smallmouth bass, and some really active muskies, you get Al a call, and he'll show you what he showed us. Either way, I thank you, sir. We're going to put that one back.
That's great.
He earned his freedom. He fought like it was almost like he was trying to get away.
I know. I don't know why.
There you go, buddy. Thanks for making me look good. That is why you come all the way up to Sioux Lookout, go fishing at Fireside Lodge. You want to shake my hand? No, huh? No. I give you a little slime. I'll save that for your lunch. We certainly enjoyed our time fishing at Fireside Lodge. We used every hour of every day we had, but unfortunately, like most of our trips, this one too ended much too soon. I meant what I said earlier, my friends. There's never enough days in fish camp. Don't waste a single one. From can't see to can't see, you'll never know what memory, what adventure lies around the next point, the next island, unless you're out there fishing. Friends, in 3 days of fishing, we caught some real nice pike, a couple of medium-sized muskellunge. All in all, we had a great time, and I was certainly wishing we had more time to spend there. Still, when you have that kind of trip, you've only got a couple of days. Like I said in the beginning, you want to put every moment, every ounce of effort you can into it, because sooner or later, you have to go home. Hey, I want to thank Alan and Audrey and what?
What about my fish?
Your fish?
Yeah, the big pike that I caught that last day. Look at that.
Really good fish.
Well, don't lose them.
No pressure.
Oh, Nicky, there's the fish we've been waiting 3 days to see. Don't lose them now, buddy.
Bring them up.
Nice and slow. There it is, in the net.
I know, right?
Wait till the last minute or what? That, buddy, is a fish.
There you go.
What a monster. I need more camera or a longer boat. Let me go all the way up there. That is gorgeous, dude.
Yep.
Friends, even if you have to fish with your son-in-law, there's still some real fun to be had up at Sioux Lookout fishing with Alan and Audrey. Everybody up at Fireside Lodge up there treated us so well, and we had such a great time. If you'd like to do a drive-in style of camp and still have the chance to catch some big pike or a muskellunge, try some of their portage lakes for smallmouth bass. You give them a call, and they're going to show you the exact same opportunities, the same hospitality, the great lodging and food, everything it takes to make a tremendous trip. And I tell you, we truly hope to see some of you up there doing that. We're going to go back, only this time we're going to try and leave ourselves a little more time to experience more of what they have to offer, and I truly suggest you do the same. Hey, if we do see you up there, well, you know we're going to stop and share a cup and a fire, and if we don't see you up there, friends, then we'll look for you right back here, when we'll share another adventure from my Wilderness Journal. Thanks again, Alan and Audrey, everybody up at Fireside Lodge. The Wilderness Journal is underwritten by